Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is part 2 of a video that I did yesterday talking about America being the most toxic society in the world and how Americans have deceived the entire world into thinking that America is a safe, peaceful, graceful, honest country. And how America hides behind this image of Christ-like qualities and freedom. But you've been deceived. Your freedom have been used against you as a weapon of conformity, of being docile and domesticated. See, your freedom comes with conditions. And that condition is you must remain domesticated. See, just think about it, guys. If you are in a zoo and you're being well fed, you're protected by the system, you're domesticated, you don't know what it feels like to live in the wild because you was born in a zoo. Okay? And when people think about a zoo, they think that, oh, you're caged animals. Right? You're caged animals. See? But in actuality, the people in the zoo looking out at the world and thinking, I don't want to go out there. It's dangerous out there. I would rather stay in the zoo. I would rather stay caged in where it's safe. That's the American mindset. They want to stay caged in where it's safe and secure. They don't want to go out into the real world because the people in the zoo think the real world is the zoo. It's wild. No. The real world is nature. It's life. It's natural. That's the real world. See? So when I say America is a zoo, it's because you're in cage. Your mind is in cage. And you think that you're free because you was born in the zoo. And when you look out at the rest of the world, you fear. You're afraid. So you will do anything to protect the gatekeepers, the zoo handlers. So you do anything to protect staying in the cage, staying in the zoo. Okay? And you have people that's in the free world, they're trying to break into the zoo. Because they think this is what freedom is. When really freedom is outside of the zoo. Whenever an animal start acting out inside of a zoo, what do to that animal? When he acts out, when his animal instincts all of a sudden is triggered, they put him down. They put him down. See? And even in this society, they want you to remain domesticated, your mind to be domesticated, because you have been micro-violence into submission. Guys, we are living in a zoo. We are not free. We have been domesticated. We are docile. We are entertainment. See? So think about it. The animals that are not in the zoo have the whole planet to explore. And it can be dangerous for those animals out there in the wild. Because they're not protected. They got to create their own defense mechanisms. They have to be on guard 24/7. They have to be creative in their thought, in their patterns, and how they survive out there in the real world. Because it's more dangerous out there when you're a free thinker. When you're planning and plotting and creating resources, finding resources for yourself to survive. See, the animals that's in the zoo, they have lost all of their survival skills. So if you let those animals out of the zoo, they're going to die. That's America. See, most Americans could not survive when there's true freedom. Most Americans wouldn't survive in true freedom, real freedom. They need to be controlled. They need to be lied to. They want to be lied to. They don't want the truth. See? So I'm going to say this. For those who prefer security and safety over freedom, deserve neither. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. So, guys, let's take a look. I did some research. I went to the $1 trillion research lab, Google, and ChatGPT. And I asked them to describe some of the mental conditioning that the average American must endure in the zoo to stay domesticated and not lose their shit in this zoo. See, it takes a lot of strength to suppress your instinct not to lash out. They call it being civilized. No, it's being domesticated. See? Oh, just act civilized. What do you mean civilized? What do you mean? Beat down? Humiliated? Bullied? You want me on my knees? That's civilized. You want me to be a servant to your oppression? That's civilized. Psychological and mental oppression, suppression, depression. See? So when you realize that you are in the zoo because you're being fed by the zookeeper trains you. The zookeeper let you out into the little viewing area and then put you back in the cage. So there are cages inside cages in the zoo. What you see in a zoo is just the viewing area. At night, the animals go inside of another cage called your home, your house. They have curfews. The lion, the tiger, the bears. They go inside of another cage at night, and then in the morning time, they let them out the cage. And they feed them, they play with them, they do these little things, they play little games, whatever they do. See, so that's how the zoo works. Okay, so let's look at some of the microviolent techniques that America uses, consciously or unconsciously, to subjugate and marginalize the populace. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, let's take a quick look at some of this micro violence that the typical American have to endure in order to survive and not lose their mind. They don't have a mind to lose, to be honest with you, because they're all on the mind control. So when you're under mind control, you really don't have a mind to lose. But when you look at people that act out, you say they are crazy. Some people are. The system has driven them crazy. The system. The micro-violence can drive some people to overreact because they think that this is real life, but they don't realize they're in a game, they're in a simulation, and they overreact. They're like, damn, I just effed up my life. Because you overreacted in a game. It's like playing Monopoly and getting pissed off because you have to go to jail. Dude, it's a game. You're not going to jail for real. Just play the game and survive. See? But in this life, if you overreact in this game called life, you can end up in jail or dead or in a mental hospital. That's why you can't take it too serious. You got to realize that you are in a controlled environment. You are in a zoo and you're being fed a certain type of diet to control you. Guys, look at it. Look, use your mental vision, your third eye. Right? They psychologically castrate you to control you. They do the same thing to women. They want women to cut their breast off and remove their ovaries. They want them to remove that feminine energy because they know that the breast, the body of a female, has a lot of power. So then they got this thing called breast cancer because they know that part of the female's body is very important. It's intoxicating to society. And they have convinced women to remove their breasts and their ovaries in fear of certain type of cancers. That is castration for a female to remove her breasts. It's just like being castrated. Okay? Let's continue, guys. So, passive aggressive comments. These are micro. It's called microaggression, whatever. I call it micro violence because these type of shit is chip at your soul. Let's continue. Passive aggressive comments. Dismissive body language, eye rolling or sighing. Examples: during a meeting, someone rolls their eyes when you speak, showing disrespect. Interrupting or talking over someone repeatedly. Example, in a group discussion, every time you try to make a point, another person cuts you off. These are micro violent actions to chip away at your ego, at your confidence. See, America, that's how it's designed. These micro violent actions are designed to chip away at your confidence, at your self-esteem, at your ego. Your ego is designed to protect your consciousness. That's why it's good to have an ego. You don't think a damn lion has an ego? You don't think a wolf has an ego? You don't think a hyena has an ego? Yes, they have egos. It's designed to protect them. Can your ego be overinflated? Yes, it's designed to protect you. That's why certain fish and certain animals make themselves appear bigger. They blow out their fins, their feathers. They do things like grandiose type things. That's their ego. Howling. Anyway, let me continue, guys. Ignoring someone's presence or contributions. You offer a suggestion during a meeting, but no one acknowledges it, and they continue talking as if you hadn't spoken. That's America. You're nothing in America. See? That's what they want you to believe. That's not what I'm telling you to believe. I'm telling you, my belief is that we are particles of God, and that we make up the universe. We make up the power structure. We have given our power. We make up, the God particle, we make up 95% of everything that exists in this country. And we've given it up to the 5%. Because we have allowed the 5% to feed us in the zoo. Now they control the food supply, and they control our freedom. And they tell us to get our ass inside our houses at night. Let me continue. Sarcasm or veiled insults. Belittling someone's ideas or achievements. Example, that's cute, but let's hear from you with real experience. Constant negative feedback without constructive criticism. Your boss constantly tells you your work is bad without offering any advice for improvement. Exclusion from social or professional groups. Your colleagues regularly go out for drinks after work but never invite you. That's microviolence. They're chipping away at you, making someone the butt of the joke. Example, if at family gatherings, people make jokes about your job or your appearance in a way that feels humiliating. Guilt tripping or manipulation. A friend says, if you really cared about me, you'll drop everything to help me right now. That's crazy. Dismissing someone's experiences or feelings. Patronizing or condescending tones. Someone says, let me explain it in simpler terms so you can understand. Ooh. Refusing to acknowledge someone's identity. Backhanded comments. You're pretty smart for someone who didn't go to college. Oh, damn, that's pretty rough. Intentionally giving incorrect or incomplete information. A colleague deliberately tells you the wrong time for a meeting, causing you to miss it. Shaming someone publicly or in private. Undermining someone's authority in front of others. Constantly being late or not showing up to commitments. A friend repeatedly shows up late to your plans without acknowledging the inconvenience. Spreading rumors or gossiping. Subtle racial, gender, or cultural slights. Telling someone you're really articulate from insert racial group. For a black person, you're really articulate for a female. You're really articulate for someone from Africa, Mexico. Ignorance, dismissing valid criticism by saying, I didn't know that was offensive, so it's not my fault. I'm going to say something ignorant, and I didn't know it was offensive. I just saw it on CNN or Fox News. Terrible customer service. A cashier ignores you, refuses to make eye contact or offer basic courtesies while interacting with other customers warmly. That is all microviolence, guys. Hold on, guys. That is all microviolence, guys. And the thing about America is everyone lies to you. Everyone are liars. And see, that's what makes America great. because we lie and cheat and steal with impunity. With impunity. We lie, cheat, and steal in this country. We lie and cheat and steal from each other. We are terrorists, but we are micro-terrorists. Hold on, guys. Oh, we are micro-terrorists. Okay? Customer service. The government lied to us. The media lied to us. Pharmaceutical companies lied to us. Hospitals lied to us. The church lied to us. Okay? Everybody's lying. This country is full of liars. The financial institutions lie to you. In advertisement, they lie to you. On food labels, they lie to you. This is a country full of liars. Just be honest. Just be honest. Do hospitals and pharmaceutical companies lie to you? Does the government and the media lie to you? There are a lot of people on YouTube that are straight up pathological liars and deceivers. Police officers lie to you. The judges are criminal liars. The prosecutors are criminal liars. See? This country is full of liars and deceivers. But it looks free. America has the highest percentage of people in prison than any country in the world for its population. Let me say that again. America has the highest concentration of people in prison for its population than any other country in the world. Gun violence in America, 10 to 15,000 people a year die from gun violence in this country. And that's overt violence. I'm talking about micro-violence. And micro-violence, people die. Millions of people die every year in this country from micro-violence. And it's getting worse. And what do those millions of people do? When they die of micro-violence, they go and commit those same micro-violent actions against other people unconsciously. Because they think it's okay because someone did it to them. So they're going to do it to their children, their loved ones, their co-workers. Micro-violence. Nasty attitudes. Belligerent. Being cynical. Apathetic. Unemotional. Insensitive. Aggressive. Unnecessarily nasty and aggressive. These people got mental issues. And I think I said before that the United States got the highest rate of mental illness than any other country in the world. See? And as time goes on, it's going to get worse. Homelessness is going to get worse. Micro-violence, microaggression, bullying, that's going to get worse. And like I said before with cops, like this society's tired of cops. They are tired of cops and police because cops and police are the most egregious, insensitive thugs in this country. They are worse than real gangs. Real thugs. They're worse than them. I'm not talking about the ones that do their jobs with dignity. I'm talking about the ones that do their jobs with stupidity, arrogance, and just straight up dirtbags. Those are the ones I'm talking about. The ones supposed to be in jail, not putting people in jail. Are there good cops? I don't know. We don't see them. We don't see them in society in general. Just because they interacted nicely with you, they could kill somebody yesterday. Okay, guys. So that's it for this video, guys. I just want to do a part 2 about the United States and how the United States have deceived the world into thinking this is a free country, but actually this is a zoo, a prison for animals. It's a zoo. And if you're born into a zoo, just like if you was born into a prison, for children, if children were born in prison, physical prison in the United States, they would think that that is normal, to have cages and going into those. They would think it's normal. They would go to school in prison. They would go to the hospital in prison. They would go to the cafeteria in prison. They would go to the rec yard in prison. They would go to daycare in prison. They would think that is normal to grow up in prison. And they will watch the violence on TV about the real world, and they wouldn't even want to leave. Because who wants to fight for food in the real world? Who want to deal with the psychopaths in the real world? Who want to deal with cops in the real world? See? So there are a lot of people that if you was born in prison, you would probably prefer to stay there, where you're protected 24/7. When you close that cage at night and go to bed, you know that no one can hurt you. For the most part. You know that you're going to get up and eat breakfast in the morning. You know that you're going to eat lunch for lunch at noon. And you know that you're going to have a dinner. That's right, guys. Prisoners eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's right. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video, guys. I hate to be, I hate to use the N word and be negative, but it's really positive for those who want to pursue a life of freedom and happiness, and to realize, like, you have to free your mind first. Okay, guys, until next time, guys, remember to download and deploy your anti-mind virus software, debug and unplug from the matrix, drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the chemicals, and the poison that's in the food supply. Guys, you are being poisoned. You've been micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating in your lower self, you're also unconsciously poisoning your pets and your children. Guys, remember to keep your house clean, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your body clean, keep your diet clean, guys. Now, guys, if you want to experience the universe in its rawest form, get out into nature. Get out into nature. Get away from toxic people. Free your mind. Get off social media, because it is toxic. Until next time, guys, I'm Contraband 777. I'm signing off. Peace.